Though we now know the details on how the CIA tortured prisoners, there remains one man in prison for the CIA's actions, and he wasn't even involved in the interrogations.
The man in jail was not put there because he committed these acts of torture, but rather because he disclosed them to the media. We're referring to John Kiriakou, who has been serving a 30-month sentence for leaking classified information. Today, in response to this summary report being released, his family used his Twitter account to release the following statement, quote, "The torture report has now being released, proving John exposed illegal and inhuman acts. Why isn't he being released immediately?" So given today's report, should torture leakers get amnesty, because it seems to imply that they were leaking something that was a violation of U.S. law?
Not only should torture leakers get amnesty, and I actually had the opportunity to talk to John Kiriakou before he went into prison. Yeah, when I was over at HuffPost. It's an extraordinary man, because a lot of the information that was released today, this guy was saying existed, but he got thrown in jail just for saying it. I saw your tweet today about how it made you think differently about Snowden and how we should potentially punish Snowden or not punish Snowden, and it made me think of the same thing. This is a guy who released information that's valuable to the American people and to our way of life here, and yet he can't even come back to the country because he can be thrown in jail, probably for his whole life.
You hit the nail on the head. I think that whistleblowing is a really important part of journalism. And in order for journalists and in order for the American people to hold those in power accountable for their actions and accountable for their wrongdoing, we need this information, right?
There were people in the field questioning this from the CIA, and they were told by CIA management, it's not your job to question the legality of what we're asking you to do. It's your job to just do it. There are people getting emotionally and physically sick by what their government's asking them to do. And if they have no recourse, they have to whistleblow, because their loyalty is to our Constitution, not to their manager.